What is going on, everybody? Kyle Gaming HD here, and today we're going to be talking about the reason, is trading for Trent Williams necessary for us? So we're going to talk right now about that. So let's get started and let me tell you guys the reasons why I believe it is necessary. And yeah, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. So reasons why I think is necessary. Starting off with number one, cap space. We have the cap to do it. We are currently second in the NFL with the most cap, right behind the Indianapolis Colts. I believe the Colts have 42 million. We have about 32 million. So we have money to spend there. So money isn't the issue for us really. So if we have it, why not spend it? Just not go too overboard with it. Number two, protect Baker's blind side. So the blind side is really important for Baker because. Well, obviously, because he throws us to the right, so the blind side is going to be on the left side, left tackle. We have Greg Robinson at. Although Greg Robinson hasn't been bad, and he wasn't doing too bad when he was playing. He just does not have the skill like Trent Williams. No one's going to make up that shadow that Joe Thomas left. But if it's someone to get a little close, it'd be Trent Williams for us. So if you protect the blind side of Baker, allow zero pressure, zero sacks, that's going to help us out tremendously because, last game, Baker got sacked 6 times, moving Chris Hubbard to the left side and McCray to the right side. It allowed 4 sacks, 3 pressures. That's not how Baker strives. He needs a good line to protect him. Although he's really good at mobility out of the pocket and throwing, he can't do that if the second he snaps, there's already pressure coming out to him. And then Cameron Wake showed that last week against Titans. So we really got to be careful on that. And if anything, given that contract to Chris Hubbard is horrible. But, although Greg Robinson, he's on a 1-year contract, we can move him to the right side. Just let him play right tackle, because at least we know he's better than Chris Hubbard. He could do better protection. So get Trent Williams, put him to the left side, put Greg Robinson on the right side, and I think that would help us out tremendously, because Eric Kush was really good, actually. Not bad when he started. He allowed 0 pressures, I believe, and 0 sacks, if I'm not mistaken. There's reason number 2. And number 3, really, but just bad offensive tackles. Chris Hubbard, horrible. I shouldn't say horrible. He's just not good. He's too old to develop into anything nice, obviously. And then Greg Robinson, he's decent, just not the left tackle that you want starting on your team. Number 4. Like I said, more protection for Baker equals more for Baker to succeed. Meaning, like I said, the better protection, the longer he could hold on to the ball to let those routes develop. Because when Todd Monken, we brought him in, we turned this offense into an air raid offense. So we had a bunch of receivers out there. We had 5 at a time. And the routes they would do would be long routes, so it would be a while for them to, make those routes. And by the time that they would do it, Baker would be pressured or just getting sacked, Or then if he did throw it, he would get hit, and you don't want that. I believe, what they did last year was so creative just because they were doing a bunch of slants, let's go 10 yards cut in, stuff like that. They did have the occasional, 60-yard bomb. It was actually from Baker Mayfield to who? I forgot who caught that, honestly. It was, I think, Brashard Perryman. I forgot, but play action, threw it, and then most of the time near those last 8 games, they were doing a bunch of slants or just a bunch of short routes where it was easy, easy 10 yards, easy whatever, how many yards, it doesn't matter. And that's how Baker improves and helps us out. When Baker's, I feel like, from what I've seen, when he's pressured, he wants to get, it's more of a Brett Favre thing. If Aaron Rodgers is being pressured, he doesn't find anything, he just throws it away. He had the most throwaways last year, Aaron Rodgers. For Baker Mayfield, though, he's going to try to make something, out of nothing, and most of the time it ends up in a pick. In the past 6 games, he had 3 interception games, one against Houston, Baltimore last year in our last game, and then Titans. So we want to really lower those amounts. For Baker, and get him into that MVP conversation. And the number 5 depth, like I said, our line might not be the greatest, but like if we have if we end up not starting Greg Robinson, we have him for depth. We could keep him for the rest of the year, and we have Kendall Lamb. This is just to help us out. We get those starting 5 down, and then just build depth from there. Next man up mentality. So yeah, that's what I think. That's why the reasons why I think trading for Trent Williams is necessary. Leave in the comments below what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. Like, favorite, subscribe, and peace.